Whole side chick narrative is not new, but it still amazes me how incredibly one-sided it is. It really just goes to show how much we've normalized men cheating by blaming the woman for everything. He was married with kids. You knew he was married, you monster. You broke up a happy home. Give me a break. He's not happy. His wife most likely knows he's not happy either. And the side chick knows he's not happy, because otherwise, why would he be calling her? Irony is truly spectacular. The side chick and the person with the side chick are actually a vibrational match to one another. They have low self-esteem and low self-worth, no loyalty to themselves or others, and are seeking validation outside of themselves. And then you throw in a wife that potentially doesn't know. A lot of times they do, and they just stay for the benefits. You're not standing on shit. You're just reflecting back the same fear your husband has. He's afraid to leave you, just like you're afraid to leave him. People gotta take accountability for their mess. I know that's hard, and a lot of people don't want to do it. It's easier to point the finger, but when you point the finger, you miss out on the opportunity to grow. Delicious.
It's amazing how women, they live in their own little bubble, and they don't understand how the majority of the population lives. Like, the majority of men can go their life with no attention from women. You know, no attention, no validation, just straight struggling in order to build or get relationships or even any kind of physical attraction from women. So to say, oftentimes, you got to blame the man for cheating, we got to realize that in order for a man to have two options, that man would have had to work and build himself up to a level that's pretty not common. It's not average to be able to achieve a married wife and a side chick. You know, in this society, women, their standards are so crazy, it's so hard, that same man, that when he was a young man, would have no options with women. And as soon as he gets married and has a thing they call social proof, right? Meaning he's been validated by other women, he's been chosen by other women, he immediately becomes more attractive to women. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But that's a criteria for women. They want to make sure that other women like you. That's how they become attracted. So women have the key to sex. They grant access to sex. So there's no relationship with a woman. There's no sexual intercourse with a woman unless the woman signs off. So to say that the men are just cheating, that's not it. Like, women actively pursue men that are already in relationships. That's why the player type is so popular amongst women. That's why you see women coming on here crying about men cheating, when a lot of the times they only want to pursue men who have options. You know, in order for a man to have options, he would have already built himself up. He would already been one of the top performers in his occupation, whether it's a football player, entertainer, whether it's a lawyer, a doctor. He would be one of the top performers in his occupation. And you know, men are only as loyal as their options. You know, for a man who is monogamous, he's only monogamous because, number one, he lacks the options, or number two, he's just truly a loyal person who has integrity. You know, but most people, when confronted with options, including women, whenever they're confronted with options, they are more inclined to exercise those options. You know, so to say that we're not gonna blame women, I mean, you gotta take responsibility. You know, there's a lot of men in these marriages where their wives are not performing wifely duties. You know, I've come on here before and showed you sexless marriages that are prevalent in this society. You know, so having a side piece, a side chick, is almost is almost necessary in order to maintain your marriage. You could love your wife, and your wife could just turn it off. She could just say, there's no more sex. I just got to a point, I've had kids, I'm gaining a little weight, and I'm not comfortable with my body anymore, so I no longer want to have sex. And that happens. Men have to endure that. It's not that they want to break their family up and wreck their entire family and not see their kids and go through this long, crazy divorce situation where they're losing all their financial properties, because they're being denied sex. So it's crazy that this woman, and she always comes on here with this BS, comes on here to say that it's the man's fault. But anyways, let me know your thoughts. Drop a like. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.